and welcome to a brand new episode. Today we will be looking at Alaundo the Seer. Now this is a very weird card in that it is a very unique ability that doesn't actually exist on Arena right now. He kind of puts things into suspend, only the counters don't go down. So let's quickly have a read. Draw a card, then exile a card from your hand and put a number of time counters on it equal to the mana value. It gains when the last time counter is removed from this card, exile it, then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste until end of turn. So that is basically the same as suspend. And then then remove a time counter from each other card you own in exile. So you have to keep doing this over and over again to reduce time counters, which makes it very difficult to reliably do, especially from turn 5 onwards when you don't really have haste enablers in these colours. But one way I thought would be cool is to put lots of untap abilities in. So you've got like Sudden Spinnerets, which untaps a creature, gives it a reach counter, Stony Strength, put a counter on it, untap it. So the abilities like this, you can keep doing Alaundo's ability continuously during either player's turn, as long as you have these cards, which is really useful. To support the deck, you've basically got lots of Simic good stuff. On the top end, you've got Ugin Ineffable because it's one of the few ways that Simic can actually get rid of permanents, which is one of the weaknesses of the deck. There's not that much destroy effects. But yeah, if you like the deck, take a look at the deck list in the description below. And drop me a like if you fancy, and then subscribe to help me even more than that. So let's get into some games then. Okay, opponent goes first with Jinga Taxius, Progress Tyrant. There's definitely something wrong with the algorithm lately, because these matchups I'm getting are just wild. Jinga Taxius, really? This is a deck that nobody uses. I'm not seen a single person use Alaundo yet. Have they got a Stifle in their hand? Jeez, I thought they were going to stifle me then. Defense, yeah, that could be good. We'll keep that. So Jin, I mean, what can I say? It's one of the strongest cards ever to be made. Stops me casting spells and doubles all the spells they cast as well. Wonderful. Let's go for the Growth Spiral. I wonder if they can deal with the Alaundo if he's resolved. They could have a wash away here. Interesting. So blue can bounce, blue can exile, but do they have it in hand? 3, 4. If they do something to Alaundo here, tempted to go Vivian Reed, kill the ring in our next turn. 4, 5 mana, so they're 2 off. Oof, it's pretty rough. So what should we do? Try and go for a Reality Chip. Interesting. And two bounce of Hexproof. I'm just going to risk it, I think. Try and give Alaundo the chip so he can cast spells off the top. Graven Lore. Okay, that's kind of crazy. They can just draw 3, but they did spend 5 mana, I suppose. Scry 3, draw 3. It's pretty good. 3, 4, 5. So they're 2 mana away from casting Jinga Taxius, which is going to be horrible for us. I mean, Alaundo doesn't get around casting because you still cast the spells that he puts into exile. So, but yeah, we won't attack because we'd rather use the ability, to be honest. Do they have an answer? So if they get rid of Alaundo, then Reality Chip still stays on the field at the very least, but he is currently unprotected. So it looks like they're just a counters based deck. Could be bad. But yeah, we'll put one of the Hexproofs away. Search for a Scanter. We'll give that a go. Interesting. And yeah, I'm happy to activate Alaundo now just to take the Quandrix Cultivator off the top. Ooh, Broken Bond. Yeah, we'll put Vivian away. We can't cast her this turn anyway. Oh, of course, yeah, that activates the Boss of Defense, doesn't it? Yeah, that's fine. that didn't actually pan out how I... The sequencing was pretty bad there, but oh well. So in hindsight, probably not a good idea to put responsive spells on top. Or sorry, in exile with Alaundo, is it? Yeah, because if I was smarter, I would have done that in response to another play. Okay, so they're activating Deliberate first. So they could have a counter spell for this. And if they don't, then they can't cast the... Oh, interesting. So they can't cast the Jingataxius. So I think I'd rather just hold the land back just because we've got Tatiova, but at the same time we can't cast a top card anyway, so we might as well just go for the Leafkin Druid and keep up the Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, pass the turn, so 3, 4, 5. Now they're 2 mana off Jin. It's maybe gives us a bit of a chance here. Guardian Idol. So even if we kill the Idol, there's still a chance that they resolve the Jin in their next turn, so things are going to be really bad for us here. Although, saying that, if we keep this counterspell on top, we might be okay. So let's go for the Signet. Oh, we've got Otawara as well. You may play lands and cast spells. We're just going to have to play the land, aren't we? Oh, Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder, that's pretty cool. So do we have a chance here? So if they have Pact of Negation, it's not good for us, is it? Yeah, I think we're just going to pass here. Oh man, this is so nerve-wracking because if they resolve Jin, we don't have 2 removal spells, we're just screwed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although saying that, if they do have Jin and Pact, that means that they have to pay 10 mana in the next turn. Oh, they have a mana open as well. So, what's this going to be? Dispel. Nice. We took down the Jingataxi's player. That would have been impossible to win, I think, if they'd resolved that. So sometimes counterspells are very useful. Point goes first with Kyodai now. It could be any build. We don't know until we see it. But yeah, I mean, it could be Shrines. That's the main one I know of. But yeah, until then, we'll just have to wait and see, aren't we, to be honest. Ramping, so they can cast Kyodai next turn. Not that they probably would. Man, this is such a rough game these days. Like, everything I face is literally designed to kill me on turn 5 or 6. It's so sad. Like, the state of the game is just not in a good place, to be honest. So yeah, it is a Shrine build, obviously. So we're going to kill this one, that's for sure. I mean, being green, we should have access to a lot of removal. It's just finding it is the issue here. Got Quandrix Commander, which would be nice if we had this open, because it can counter an artifact or enchantment spell. Goshen Tai, okay. So I think we're just going to leave the mana up to counter their next spell, because otherwise, if they resolve another Shrine, this is going to start killing. Luckily, this is toughness and not power. So it is a Shrine, so we'll try and counter it. And then we'll try and bounce the Goshen Tai to the hand. That will slow them down slightly if this resolves. Okay, that's good news. Because then next turn we can harmonise and hopefully draw some... Oof, Sanctum, okay. Yeah, let's just draw some cards here. So as I said before, we are just digging for artifact and enchantment removal. Elder Gargaroth would be good to get that out there. I'm not sure what kind of cards they're going to have to stop me here. Goshen Tai. So this kills low power... well, anything with power 2 or less this can kill. Or toughness, should I say. Let's get the Gargaroth out. And then from next turn we can start maybe attacking, and then if they block with this, then fair enough. It will take care of a shrine, although they can just flash in the Kyodai, giving it indestructible. Oh, of course, Sanctum of All. That will just win them the game outright if they get to resolve that a few times. We have 3 mana open though. Oh, we have the Boseiju. That's fantastic. So we definitely want to draw that, don't we? We don't want to play that. So if we attack with a Gargaroth, then they block. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Man, this is rough. So they lose a shrine, which is exactly what we wanted them to happen, basically. So not too bothered about Ranger's Guile. So we need 2 mana for the Boseiju, and let's go for Into the North. Gives us a dual land. Play a land. And if we go for Growth Spiral and then Emergence, so we don't need to kill the Sanctum in their turn, do we? So that's fine. We can kill it in our turn, and what this means is we can actually get a 3/3 from this emergent sequence. And then we will pass the turn. So yeah, we can just Boseiju them in our turn, that's fine. Because they're not going to be able to play that and the Kyodai anyway, so. And plus getting out 3 mana in 1 turn is pretty awesome, I have to say. I wonder if they have another way to protect it though. We shall have to see. Well, actually, we can do that here, can't we? Because we have the legendary creature, actually, yeah. If they protect this somehow, I don't like our odds. Oh, wow, fantastic. Kill the Sanctum. Sanctum's not even their general, so that's funny. Okay, opponent goes first with Joyra. This is not a good sign. I keep facing so many crazily powerful decks in this queue recently. I don't know what's going on. I feel like the floodgates have opened, to be honest. Not even sure if we're going to have a chance here, but we'll give it a go. Joyra is a Storm deck, and if you've seen it before, you'll know how many cards they can draw. So whenever another artifact comes in, gets +1/+0. This is just indication of how many artifacts they want to get in here. So they didn't play anything, which means they've probably got mana up for something. That's interesting. Very strange, they didn't have any response there. Okay, so it looks like the audio is dead. This seems to happen periodically lately. So 3/2, they can attack in without any hindrance, really. It's weird how the audio just dies, right? Like, there's no trigger as such. I just, since the latest patch to the game, it's just gone horribly wrong. So we can attack here unhindered because it can't be blocked. And then we draw or discard. I think we'll just throw away the Uro here. Do a bit more ramping. So the Tormod's Crypt, I just realised, is at play. So yeah, they can just do that to get rid of the Uro at any point they want. And no hindrance. So we've played right into the hand there, but oh well. Not much we could do to get around this. They probably weren't going to crack it anyway. We'll try and negate this because that is crazy if they get Paradox Engine out. I have to start to make my own music apparently because the game just literally died. Okay, so we'll take 3. Could be a good window for the Alaundo, seeing as we have the Snakeskin Veil. So we can go to combat as well. Let's see if they want to trade with the Forest. Interesting. That's fine. And I do like the forest, but I like the other cards better. Pass a turn. So if they do target Alaundo, we have an answer with the Snakeskin Veil. Immortal Sun. We can actually exile this with the Raven form, so it's not too bad, seeing as that will draw them 2 cards a turn. Yeah, I think that's definitely got to go, unfortunately. Yeah, just way too powerful there. Just swinging with a suspicious stowaway. And hopefully we draw something valuable. Spring, okay. Oh, damn. I think we'll get rid of it. Give them more excuse to use the Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, we'll pass the turn again. See, this is a downside of Alaundo, is that without actual usable spells in your hand, he kind of is just a dead card, and I don't really want to put Snakeskin Veil underneath him because I'd rather have that as a snap protection spell. And also X spells are terrible with him as well, because in exile, if you cast this, it will cost 0. X will be 0. Emery as well, goodness me. Yeah, I don't think we could beat this player. Unfortunately. It's just too much of a powerful matchup. I don't really know what Arena's thinking here. But so now they decide to exile a graveyard and then they can just recast it. Is there actually any point to using Alaundo? Don't think so. Blizzard Brawl, that's actually a decent hit. But who do we go for? Maybe Joyra or Emery, maybe? At this point, I think Emery, because of the fact she can cast really good spells from the graveyard. And then this taps for 2. Let's just go for QQ here. 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's just gonna have to do for now. Ooh, okay. Play the land and pass the turn. Yeah, trying to beat a Joyra player is kind of a bit crazy, to be honest. Ooh, Time Warp. Yep, I think that's it then. Don't think we can come back from that. I mean, we'll see. What can they do in their extra turn? I mean, there's no escape from Time Warp, is there? Like, every day, even a Joyra player will use a Time Warp. When it doesn't even have any synergy with the general. Yeah. Oh, painful. This is painful. Absolutely. Crippling. Also, watching all these triggers is just absolute pain as well. Because they can just cast their entire deck. And I think with that in mind, I think I'm just going to scoop. Yeah, they're just gonna draw loads of cards and just crush us with value, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a real shame. Moving on to the next game then. I've never seen this general before. Luca Mina Moondrit. That was weird. The artwork that they showed in the load screen obviously shows the one they've chosen. So these are really cool artworks. It's a shame they can't all be. So many abilities, I actually can't really be bothered to read. It's just so many words to specialise. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below what you think with specialise. Is it just too overwhelming, too much? Does it just ruin the game for you? It's just information overload, isn't it? To be honest. Ooh, Ledger Shredder. I like that a lot. Yeah, trying to learn all these abilities, I just like, it has the opposite effect. I don't want to learn any of them. I just want to just not look at the card and just deal with it when they cast it. That's the crazy thing. So yeah, let's give a Ledger Shredder. This is a really cool card. It's just good for like filtering, putting new stuff into your hand. Spell Pierce here might be good if they want to bolt it. But Seiju looks like it could be coming into play, then we can harmonise to draw some cards. Settle. Yeah, I'm actually going to counter that. It's 2 for 1 basically. Right, so I think this is actually an Alaundo play here. 5 toughness is going to be tricky for them to deal with. Red and green doesn't really deal with high toughness that well. They can fight stuff, but that's about it. There's no Chaos Warp. Druid of the Emerald Grove. Search for 2 basics, roll a d20. Depending on the value, that's what happens. Put them in your hand, put one in the field, one in your hand, put both in the field. Okay. A lot of variance there, but still good either way. Basically becomes a cultivate. That's crazy. So, that's a cultivate on a creature, okay? So we can activate Alaundo twice. Frilled Mystic. We'll put the Uprising away. So this gives us 1 blue open, so we can't do spinnerets. Yeah, let's attack. So now they think we're defenseless, right? So this is where sudden spinnerets comes in. Let's see what they do. It's not the best thing to like stop, but I'd rather counter something instead of untapping him, to be perfectly honest. Now this is something we want to counter, because that's very powerful. Do you want to counter it? That's a very funny question. If they attack, we don't block. Okay, oof, Ugin. I think we draw a card first. Land. Yeah, we'll just put the Harmonise away for now. We're not in a rush to use that. And get the Ugin out, I think. Let's tick up.
Guide you. Ether itself,
and then swing. So we've got a blocker. Well, we've got 2 blockers for Ugin in case they choose to. Let's see what they got. Something with haste would be bad. No idea what they're doing with the deck. Well, I've never seen it used before, so... Ramp, looks like a ramp style deck. Great Wolves. Allosaurus Shepherd. So they can make all their things 5/5s. Okay. Oh, that's nice. So now we get rid of the land. It doesn't get bigger because we discard the land, but oh well. So, Ugin may be looking to destroy one of these guys on our turn. So they could get back any one of these cards, which is scary. So, maybe we just... I mean, them getting back any of these cards is pretty bad, but I suppose we should do it now before it's too late, shouldn't we? Let's get rid of the Cavalier.
I can create.
Gets rid of the highest toughness on the field. So they want to get back the green one. So it's a landfall deck, I guess. Okay, so he goes on top. So we know the next draw. Let's activate Alaundo. A lot of lands. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. So we really want to start using more effects here to get these cards, because unfortunately Harmonise and Uprising's trapped here. So maybe that was a bad idea, but we'll see. We shall see. If they cast another spell, we get to use Ledger Shredder, which they do. Okay, let's see what we get here. Another land. That is pretty wacky. That is pretty wacky. Man, give us a non-land. It's ridiculous. 2 scries because of the Ancient Green Warden, so we have to be really careful. Like, if, you know, who knows what they could have with this. So many synergies, could be Scapeshift style deck. Not sure how we're going to really win this one, but there you go. We could untap Alaundo here, but I'd rather use it as a trick. Another land. This is getting silly now.
Truth
Nonsense reversal.
beyond vision.
I guess we'll play that land. Yeah, we'll just pass. Man, all of our good spells are tied up, which is really sad. The Great Henge. We have the Boseiju though. We can actually deal with that. So this is why we didn't play the Boseiju the whole time. Yeah, let's definitely Boseiju this. I don't want them drawing anything off that. So they do get another land, but we do kill their win con. So now I'm starting to regret playing this forest, because if we draw something good now, we might have to discard the Spinnerates. I think that's how you pronounce this card, by the way. If it's Spinnerates, because it's French, then that's quite strange, but... Okay, another land. What the heck? This is so weird. So weird. I really want... See, the thing about Settle now, it's useless, because we can't seek a card 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have a card that costs 9, I don't think, so this is just really terrible late game. So they discard Forest, so now it's a 4/4, gives everything else trample, and when it dies, if it unspecializes this way, return it to battle for attack. That's such a weird terminology. Unspecialized, what the heck are they on? This Shepherd is pretty crazy as well, because it will give all them 5/5, then the Lucamina gives them all trample. So let's activate Alaundo. Negate, that would have been useful earlier. So at least we get Garrett's Uprising with no abilities though, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Guardian Project. That seems pretty slow. Let's just uptick again.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys.
Yeah, activate Alaundo. Reality Chip. I guess we get rid of the Guardian Project. Go for the chip. Reconfigure it to, I don't know, the Ledger Shredder, I suppose. Oh, we could play a land. And yeah, I guess we pass the turn here. Do we just die in that turn? Who knows? So if he makes everything 5/5, this actually goes down. Escape to the wilds. Pardon me. Holy moly. So 3 really decent creatures there. But that does mean... I'm not sure what that means, to be honest. I think we get rid of the Quandrix Cultivator. So don't forget, we have Negate ready to rumble. So if they go for a non-creature spell, we can just draw and discard with the Alaundo Seer. So I kind of want them to go for a non-creature spell. Dryad. If we get to untap, this is going to be amazing. They have played so many lands this turn. Selvala. Yikes. So are they going to attack or not? They are. That's intriguing. That really is intriguing. So let's double block. I'm confused about that, to be honest. If anything, surely they should have attacked with the 6/8, right? It's got trample either way. That would have done more residual damage, but... Okay. So they draw a card. No, actually they don't. So should I just waste the negate but get harmonized? I think so. So sadly the negate will be lost to time. But we do get to draw 3 cards, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Settle the Wilds, I guess we'll put that away. There's really no need to cast that. So drawing some cards is wonderful. Ooh. Look at all these lands. Crazy. I have to say, this deck is freaking complex. Like, if you just want a quick game, probably best not to use this deck. What's the scariest thing in the field? Ugin should probably say hello and kill it. We've got so many ways to draw. Ancient Green Warden. I think I'm going to kill something. The Selvala, I think. I don't know why that card just scares me to hell. It really does. Let's go for Uro. We're going to draw 2 cards here because we've got 1 Uro trigger, 1 Garrick's Uprising trigger. So many freaking lands. What's going on? Oh, Prime Speaker. That's definitely nice. And a Marit as well. We can do so many things. We've got 4 mana. Really unsure what to do here. We could go for choice of 4. Yeah, we'll go for choice. We'll leave out the Ranger's Guile. Yeah, we'll re-roll those. Yeah, and just be super defensive. Like, what can they really do? I mean, they can make all of their stuff 5/5s, I suppose. Cultivate. Okay. I mean, it's nice to not just like be. I guess it could be the classic case of Creative Behemoth, and then we just die. Which is, you know, what am I going to do about that? Apart from have a counter spell up, which I don't currently have. So they can play lands off the top and creatures. So maybe that would have been the better hit there. I just don't like the idea that he had a Selvala out. It just taps for so much mana. 5 mana just by itself. Okay. So all the other creatures have +1/+1 trample. Look at us drawing on our lands as well. It's ridiculous. Okay, Questing Beast. And now our audio's gone, which is wonderful. It just seems to go off in the middle of the game. It doesn't even go off like after one game or anything. It just goes off intermittently, which is wonderful design there. So this is a very grindy match, so I do apologise if you want faster games, but there you go. Hit it for the long haul now if you're watching this far. Play lands from graveyards, and this is quite scary with the Green Warden, but they don't really have anything in the graveyard that's that powerful apart from basics. Solemn. I've never clicked so many times. This deck, if you've got like a really painful finger, like forefinger, index finger, you're not going to like this deck because you have to click so many things. Or maybe it could just be the opponent making me click lots of things, who knows. Remember, Ugin isn't really in here to discount our artifacts because we don't really have any, but it is there to destroy things we can't normally destroy, so just remember that. I think we'll put the Growth Spiral away into exile. So you can see the key on the left here, all the cards waiting to be cast. So we get the Llanowar Elves out of the way. Hydroid Krasis. How many cards do we have in our deck? We can't even see. 53. Let's tuck that underneath our Ugin creature. Bull Strength. Wow, we can do Alaundo a couple of times here. So let's activate Alaundo. So yeah, we're basically tucking away useless cards here that we don't really care about. Another land on top. It's almost like there's no good cards in the deck. Oof, Kiora. Yeah, that's cool. And we shall discard... I guess we'll get rid of a land at this point. We want to kill something. Maybe the Lukamina, or maybe the Augur actually. So let's go for the Elder Gargaroth. We draw a couple cards. pretty crazy at this point. Blizzard Brawl. Kill the Augur. With no sound effects. So we can untap something. We can even go for the Prime Speaker here. Maybe there's no need yet. We'll just untap something. Yeah, I think we're just good to go. We will pass the turn. Man, you guys out there could probably see like a winning pattern I have here, but so far it's just lots of cards that kind of, I'm just like stalling at this point. Luckily this Allosaurus Shepherd thing doesn't stack, it's just base 5/5, so I mean that could just outright kill us, to be honest. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 damage minus what stuff we have, I suppose. We could potentially survive. What other abilities do they really have? They can make everything 5/5s, play lands from your graveyard. Den of the Bugbear. Okay, so they could make that a 5/5 as well. Or they could do it in response to this trigger, making a 1/1. It's pretty rough. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So I think I'll do that when they respond with the Allosaurus Shepherd. This is definitely a scary attack. 5/5. No trample though. So maybe if I kill the Lucamina. Yeah, actually I think the Lucamina is the one we have to target, because otherwise it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I think so. So we'll have 4/4. Yeah, it's going to have to be the Gargaroth, isn't it? Because even if they make, if he makes that a 5/5, the Gargaroth still kills it. Interesting. So he only wanted to do that much damage to it. Okay, fair enough. I think I got greedy last turn. Now I should have probably gone for the transformation on the Shepherd. Oh, it's so strange with no audio, I have to say. Very strange. So they don't have, nothing has trample now, at least. So now for the blocks. All things become 5/5s. So now we go for the, just the chumps, I guess. Each of the Planeswalkers looks like it's going to die. Do I really care about those? I'm actually not that bothered, to be honest. I mean, Ugin will die, but oh, it says each elf, of course. Yeah, I read that horribly wrong. Yeah, it's only elves. Yeah, I don't know why I was so worried about that. Yeah, some of you were probably shouting at the screen. Only elves. So why is it? Why is that in the deck? Because the general's not even an elf. I guess it's to stop being countered. Yeah, it's good against blue decks. Man. Too many words in this game. So I was worried for like no reason at all. Funnily enough. Yep, so the opponent just roped me out, and yeah, nice sporting player there. So, big green stuff. You're a bit of a prick. Don't forget to check out more of my videos, and also my Ko-fi donations page. You can donate as little or as much as you want.